Oh, welcome.
Wait.
Hey,
who's that guy? And whose water bottle is this?
Oh my gosh.
Is this vodka?
You should be using this one.
Get out of here.
Linus isn't here. We gotta shill extra hard.
We can't shill that fast.
Ah, sorry, guys.
Okay, let's get this.
It's the WAN show.
I demand order. It's the WAN show with only brunettes this week.
Are we? Yeah.
So welcome.
I'm kind of a sandy brunette.
I'm a mousy blonde.
I don't
Anyway,
think that's a thing.
this week, what are we going to talk about, Riley?
Let me tell you. I mean, you did the script.
You don't have the points up
I don't have
near
anything.
the top of it.
I don't have anything here.
Let me tell you. We're going to talk about the newest patent for Apple's forthcoming folding phone, which is not announced, but seems all but assured. We're going to talk about the Xbox Game Pass for PC, and DeepMind has added again with a new AI that can kick your butt at video games, this time in a first-person shooter that we all love, Quake 3 Arena.
Yep.
We're doomed.
Good one.
Roll the intro.
Roll that intro, dude.
It's not getting better than that.
Boom. Well, you think the folding iPhone is assured?
Hold on. The intro's rolling. Sponsors.
Sponsors.
Hey, Brandon, can I close this?
And that, there it is. Is this, Savage Jerky, what?
Click on the sponsor.
I did it. Guys, this is
Guys.
not funny. This is not funny.
Guys, yeah. Savage Jerky.
Where is it?
Oh,
it's not
no.
there.
Okay, abort. Abort.
Oh, I know what to do. Boom.
Savage Jerky.
Sorry, guys. And private
Internet access.
And
Where's one more?
Squarespace.
Okay, now get out of there. Get out.
Boom.
Get out of there.
Guys, I should have known. I should have known not to put me in this chair after what happened when I was with Luke.
The most stressful part is over. Now we can just talk. I don't want to go in that order. Do you want to talk with the iPhone first?
It's up to you, man.
It's at the top. Okay, let's
do it. Because I saw this story and I did not include it in TechLink today.
Okay.
Because I thought it was like, who knows whether it's real, but you seem pretty confident.
Well, only insofar as they have a pretty good pile of patents about foldable phones now. Mm-hmm. There's several patents out, and I'm aware that a lot of patents, and particularly a lot of Apple patents, do not become products.
Yes.
I'm aware of that.
Well, as long as you're aware.
I'm aware of that. But they've got a bunch, and I don't want to get into these questions quite yet. Let's just talk about the latest patent first.
Okay, what does the latest patent describe?
It describes a device that has multiple folds, like a wallet. Can you, you gonna get that photo up for everybody?
I'm getting it up right now.
That sounded weird in retrospect. Are you gonna use that Elgato thing?
Boom.
Oh, nice.
Look at that.
All right, just gotta touch.
I know how to do things.
There's a little diagram here. Keep going.
Let's go down
Keep going.
to the diagram. This is a
Can
render.
you scroll
That's
any
not...
slower?
Oh,
Holy
gosh.
crap.
Stop, I don't want notifications.
There we go.
Boom.
So the one on the, well, you can see the bottom, the cross section kind of thing. A phone that folds twice. And I guess the point here is you may not want a crease, which seems kind of inevitable. A perceptible crease in the middle of your OLED screen. You might not want that in the middle of your OLED screen. You might want two that are kind of nearer to the edges, maybe a third away from the edge, that is less perceptible, even though there's two of them. What do you think?
Well, I don't understand how this is going to be any better than some of the other folding phones we've seen so far. I mean, like, I don't really feel super confident in any folding phone design until we see another one come out. Because the only one that we've seen come out is the Galaxy Fold, and it was a complete disaster. So, like, it's hard for me to get excited about this. Because, like, yes, it seems more efficient.
Why is it that you can't use your imagination and make a determination?
I'm just not very imaginative.
No, I don't mean to be like that. What I'm really asking you are what do you think are the questions that can't be answered? Like maybe one question is it going to get scratched if it folds such that the screens are on the outside? Or
okay, wait. Let's look at that one more time because I'm kind of confused looking at it. So what's the outside? This is the screen right here?
You can use your mouse?
Yep, this. Is that the screen?
That would be fully open.
And this is the outside.
That would be the outside.
Wait, but this is different. This is a different design. What's going on here?
I don't even know what figure 1 really is. I'm looking at 4A, figure 4A. I think
It jumps from figure 1A to 1B to 4A.
Well, we're looking at an article, not an actual patent document, so. But if we look at the bottom diagram, I think that the screen would be inside of there to the top side of my magnifying glass right now. That would be screen. The bottom side of my magnifying glass would be outside.
Now
Going on
that's-
the inside of this curve would be screen.
Now that's a huge problem. Like, how are they gonna do this? Is there gonna be like felt on this part of the phone so that the screen doesn't get scratched?
Couldn't
when
it be
comes into
glass?
contact?
Couldn't it just be glass on glass?
Glass on glass?
That'd be okay.
I don't know. Like,
I mean-
that sounds dangerous. What if you know what the problem is that if you get debris in there,
Oh,
and
yeah.
then you fold the glass onto the glass,
That's bad.
that's not good.
That's bad. The biggest problem I have with these things is, do I necessarily want, like, matter is never created or destroyed, okay? It's just folded in this case. Am I
Dang.
convinced that I want the dimensions to be different than this? This fits into a pocket, okay? This is a Pixel 3. It's pretty much the smallest phone you can get anymore, and it still fits in most front pockets of most men's pants that I wear. It's actually still a little too tall for jeans that I
Yeah.
have. Like, sitting down in jeans with this sucks. So, do I want it to be half as long, but then twice as, or 3 times as thick in this case?
No, I don't. And this is what's so weird about the whole folding phone trend, is that for years, phones have been getting thinner and thinner and thinner, and like companies are boasting about, we made the thinnest phone. And now all of a sudden they want to make folding phones, and everyone, like, they assume that people are going to be fine with having like a chunky boy in their pocket. And I don't want that.
Well,
Does
I
anyone
mean-
want that?
Well, this is what I'm trying to figure out, because either they take a phone that's this size when it's unfolded, and they just make it shorter and fatter when it is folded, or they make a phone that's maybe this big but thicker when folded, but when unfolded is really huge. And I don't want that either. I don't need a phone that, like, the Galaxy Fold is probably too big. I don't want to hold a Sega Game Gear.
See, the Galaxy Fold I found interesting because it was thick, but it wasn't so thick that I couldn't conceive of having that in my pants pocket or in, like, you know, the demo guys kept putting it into their
That's a stretch.
their
It's not-
jacket pockets.
Oh,
I
okay,
don't know.
a jacket pocket,
Yeah, yeah,
yes.
yeah.
A breast pocket on a button-up
No.
shirt.
No.
I can't even put this in there without it
You
being
can't
heavy.
put anything in there.
Come on, a pencil at best, guys.
But this is what's so interesting with the whole Huawei thing, because Huawei actually had a really good design for their phone. Like, I liked their design way better than the Galaxy Fold, where it went folded. It was almost as thin as, you know, any random smartphone you pick up, or as thin as a smartphone with a case on it,
Yeah.
because it ends up being thicker anyways. So I don't know. I mean, so what has there been any information about this particular
Okay,
pack?
hold on. There's one other thing I want to talk
Go for
about
it.
design-wise. Is go back to the picture for us.
Yes, sir.
Another thing that annoys me is these really gradual curves, like I think on the Huawei design as well, on all of them. They're not like hinges that close and seal completely like this, such that the sides are completely adjacent to each other and abutting.
Mm-hmm.
They're kind of wedged because the screen can't fold at such an
Yes.
extreme angle. It has to gently
Can't
fold,
crease,
right?
yeah.
So you end up getting this wedge kind of. Lloyd, he's wearing the shirt. We don't have to both wear the shirt. Lloyd's holding up a shirt. He's
Lloyd really
disappointed.
wants us to wear these
He's like, I
shirts.
gave you this shirt to wear. Why aren't you wearing it? Lloyd, I'm representing 2 of your babies
We're
here.
individuals.
Okay.
We have personalities.
My concern is it will feel weird in your pocket, or if I put too much weight on that wider part of the phone, maybe it'll bend it or something. And
Yeah.
it just doesn't feel as clean as something that's just completely folded over.
Right, like the Huawei phone.
That one's not completely folded
Well,
over, is
but
it?
the screen's on the outside, so you don't need to worry about creasing the screen because the inside is completely flat. It's a complete flat crease. And on the outside, it can be curved because it's on the outside. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know what you're
Should I
saying.
bring up a picture of it?
That's true.
You've seen
But
it
then
before.
obviously there's concerns about now your screens are on the outside.
Yes.
But I mean, when I put this in my pocket, there's
But
a
your
screen on
screen's
the outside.
Yeah, your screen's always on the outside.
I don't put this in the same pocket as keys or nothing, right?
No. As me?
Although, you know, for some reason on jeans, there's like a little stud kind of. I don't know what that's for.
Yeah,
it's
that-
just like a vestige of like this is what jeans look like to be cool.
That's the main reason
American West.
I don't wear jeans anymore.
But you know what I'm talking about? The little metal kind of nipple that's
Yeah.
at the top of a pocket,
Metal
usually on the
nipple.
right side. Sometimes I slide my phone in my pocket with the back toward that just in case. or other little considerations like that,
Right.
other hazards, you're not going to be able to avoid as easily when you have screen on both sides.
It'll be twofold. That's true. But
Oh,
ah,
we are the best at unintentional. I didn't plan that Doom pun at all.
really?
No.
Oh, that was good.
I'm glad that you had that much confidence.
I
in me.
mean, I figured because like screen protectors they're easy, you know. And if you could figure out the screen, the folding screen, you can figure out a folding screen protector. Maybe I'm not an engineer. What do I know?
Okay.
Wait, heating the display's crease? What's this about?
Okay, so that's a list of patents that Apple already made.
Oh.
And some of them are more ambiguous, like, hey, we're patenting a folding device. We're patenting a device that has its components in 2 different housing chambers. Okay, fair enough. It seems like every folding phone's gonna have that. But they had some more specific ones that are interesting, like,
Are they in here?
I guess they must have done enough testing to figure out that the folding performance degrades in super cold climates. So I guess it would be, more brittle, less pliable if it's cold.
Oh.
So what they did was they have a patent for heating up the area of the screen where it folds. And I think they did it just by turning on the pixels and just shining like light at them. I haven't read the whole patent myself. Or I haven't even read the whole abstract.
Oh, but that's what this says somewhere. Oh, self-heated. Yeah, right there, guys.
Yeah.
Can we zoom in?
This is pretty cool. A portion of the display that overlaps the bend axis may be self-heated by illuminating pixels in the portion of the display that overlap the bend axis, or may be heated using a heating element or other heating structure.
That's crazy. I don't like it.
They're obviously thinking about it to the extent that they,
Apple's thinking.
who knows if they'll ever release one, but here's a question for you.
Yes.
Steve Jobs, okay? He seemed to have like vision for each of the products in terms of what would like the 10 out of 10 version of this product look like. Like to him, the 10 out of 10 version of a laptop was like a book. In the early 90s, he always wanted to make a computer that just looked like a book and you can carry it around.
Right.
And then they eventually got to do that with the iPad,
Yeah,
for example.
sort of, yeah.
So what do you think his idea of the optimal folding phone would be? Because I feel like when he's unveiling the iPhone 5, he's like, this is the best phone design there is. It fits in your hand.
If we still had iPad Jobs, Steve Jobs?
Yeah. Would he like folding phones or not?
Probably.
I mean, this double...
I mean, if the iPad was his idea for because, he wanted people to have books, it's a folding phone. I don't know. It's hard for me to get excited about folding phones right now.
Okay, the wallet.
Because we all got excited. We all went there, James. And
I'm still excited.
And we got hurt.
It's new. It's a nascent category. Okay, check out that picture of the double folding phone. Kind of looks like a wallet.
What, the one that...
Oh no, we're gonna update now? No.
Remind me tomorrow. Get out of here.
No, it kind of looks like a wallet, and I feel like his emphasis on a computer looking like a real world analog object you're already familiar with, like a book, he might have thought, hey, looking like a wallet's cool. It's the only thing you need to carry with you. You don't need your wallet anymore. You have Apple Pay.
But wallets are only okay to be in that kind of fold position because you sit on them.
I put my wallet in my front pocket.
Do you?
Yeah.
Do you have one of those thin wallets?
Oh, dude.
I have a thin wallet too.
Not as thin as mine.
But that's why it's double okay for me to put it in my back pocket.
Look at that puppy. Why would you want that in your back pocket?
Pretty close.
Now, if this was a phone, I could be even thinner than you.
Oh, wow.
Look at that.
And
you
with
guys,
that, it's time to move on.
you're done, bud.
It's over. Okay, what's next?
Well, you get to tell me all about Xbox.
Or what, do you want to talk more? You got more to say about the folding phone?
That's good enough.
The thing you love so much?
I'm willing to try it. I'm not writing it off. Just
I've got hurt.
Samsung
I
derp.
went into it's like a relationship. I don't want to get hurt again. It's toxic at
It's
this
not
point.
like you spent $3,000 on one.
Well, I spent a lot of my time talking about it and reading about it.
Let's move on.
Okay, guys. You want to hear about Xbox Game Pass for PC? Microsoft
Everyone's
now,
like, yeah! I can hear them.
Microsoft. Oh, he would not. Who? Oh, Steve Jobs. They're saying that Steve Jobs wouldn't like folding phones.
Who said that?
The chat.
All of the chat?
Some of the chat.
I want names. Yeah.
Well, we got UCM Rich.
Okay, that's enough names.
Sorry.
I knew it was Rich. I got Cerebro
I knew it was that
with all
guy.
the fans, all the viewers.
okay, Xbox Game Pass for PC. Now, they're doing it. And that's the main thing. That's the big takeaway.
Okay, let me get this straight.
What do you know about it?
Okay, here's what I know. I know that Xbox Game Pass is a subscription service, which I believe is $10 a month on the Xbox One. It gives you access to a library of games. That library of games, it's just like Netflix, but games. That library of games gets updated with new games. As I understand it, Microsoft tries to have launches be simultaneous. So if Forza 4 comes out independently, it comes out, it should launch on the same day on Game Pass. Also, as I understand it,
Xbox Game Studios title.
yeah, they have more control over those ones.
Right.
But I also understand that people are pretty stoked on Game Pass. Like, the games on it don't suck. It's not like they're only indie
Have they
games or
shown
something.
what games are on it?
Game Pass has been around for a long time.
No, I know, but the thing is, the thing that's weird about this, and let me...
About the PC version.
Boom. The thing that's weird about this one is that it's not just literally the exact same program being ported to PC. It's a separate program for PC, like with PC games. It's not
Yeah,
like
of
you're
course.
getting Xbox games on PC.
Right.
So it's kind of like, well, are they going to have good PC titles? Like they have Bethesda in there, Deep Silver, Devolver Digital, Paradox, Sega, and then Xbox's own stuff that they are talking about right now. But like, is there an actual list of games that they're going to have?
They're going to give us way more details, we think, at E3.
Okay.
Yeah.
The big part of this, well, okay, so let's continue summarizing Game Pass. Like that's basically what it is. $10 a month, and you don't get to, it's not streaming, you know?
No, you can download them.
You're downloading them.
You don't own them.
Right.
You can play them, and they can get removed from the Game Pass library. If a game gets removed,
I mean,
they
just
give you
like-
advance warning.
Yeah.
It gets removed. Your save game remains. So you could, in theory, go and buy the game, and you'll still have your save. So you're not going to
Oh,
lose
okay.
that.
Well, that's not so bad.
It's not so bad.
But you
some-
know, it's like any subscription service. Like I go on Netflix and I went to watch one of the Lord of the Rings like recently and it was gone.
Oh yeah. There's nothing I want on Canadian Netflix. But there's some people, like Forza was a big one when it came out. For some people, a new game comes out like that, it's gonna be $60.
Yeah.
That's 6 months of the service. Like, the service is worth it for one game. Like, it pays for itself after one game that you really like.
Now, if I'm not mistaken, there are services like this on PC already, like EA Access. But I guess this will. I mean, I wonder if there will be like cross contamination. No, you know, like games on multiple services.
Yeah, so Microsoft is still gonna be putting their games on other places like Steam and stuff like that.
Oh, okay. Well, and that's the other big thing from this announcement, is that they're going to be putting more games on Steam. That's what excites me about this, because before, I think they have the Master Chief Collection they said was coming to Steam, and I think Halo Wars is on Steam.
Okay.
But they have said, Microsoft, that they're going to be releasing more games in Win32 format. So they will be on Steam. They might be on other stores like the Epic Game Store or whatever. So that is exciting to me, because that means that Microsoft is actually starting to walk the walk now and not just talk the talk about how they want to care about PC gamers.
Yeah, I think overall under Satya Nadella, Microsoft seems to be kind of decoupling. Like, they're trying to be less of a platform and more of a service. They're trying to be less siloed and more kind of modular, which is pretty sweet. I think it's working out for them. What I wonder about this announcement is whether it's ever going to be one kind of harmonious thing with the console. You know what I mean?
I think that's their end game.
How far away is that?
Well, this is the funny thing about it, is because that's what the whole point was of making universal Windows apps and putting them on Xbox and the Windows Store. So, but everyone hated that, because you can only go buy these games. Like, you can buy the game on PC, but you can only go buy it from the Windows Store in UWP format, which, you know, you can't, like, you can only launch it through the Windows Store. It's not like, there's all these janky things about it.
Yeah.
So now they've basically, this is them basically saying, yeah, the whole UWP thing, yeah, we're kind of done with that.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, what does that mean for their end game if they want to make games basically just like you buy the game, you have it on Xbox, you have it on Microsoft on PC. Like, eventually the idea is, but on Xbox, you have it on Microsoft on PC. Like, eventually the idea is that those won't even be separate files. Like an Xbox is just going to be another. I mean, it's going to be interesting when they launch the next Xbox to see whether it is like a console in the same way,
subsidized PC,
or
that
whether
you're
it's
putting
just
in
like
the
a PC.
Well, here's an extra data point for that theory, which is something called Xbox Game Pass Unlimited, which is
Ooh.
it's announced, but it's not out yet.
I forgot the stream was on the document.
It was just looking at the document the whole time?
Yeah, dude.
No.
Now they know all of our secrets.
Oh, no, that's okay, but
Yeah.
it's just a little... It's boring. If you're going to talk for a long time, it should be on your face,
well,
you know?
should be on your face.
I am on my face. I'm under my face. Okay, so Xbox Game Pass Ultimate is announced, not out yet. And what it is it's essentially just a bundle of Xbox Live Gold and Xbox Game Pass.
Oh,
It's not really cheaper, okay? So Game Pass is, what, $10 a month for $120 a year? And then Xbox Live is also $10 a month if you pay month by month, but if you buy a year up front, it's $60. So if you take the cost of a year of Xbox Live up front at $60, and you add that to $120 of Xbox Game Pass for a year, that equals $180, which is the exact same annual price as Game Pass Ultimate.
oh.
So there's not really any savings, except for, you know, if you're the type of person who does get month-to-month Xbox Live, it's a saving in that way. And you have more freedom because you can cancel it any time. You're not kind of locked in. However, there's now rumors that Ultimate is going to include, with no extra cost, Xbox Game Pass for PC.
Oh.
So then it is a savings.
Okay.
That is a deal.
Yeah.
And it's also interesting from a strategic point of view. Because I don't get it. It's like, why did they do that? Did they do it to sell more Xbox Game Pass subscriptions? Because it's not helping you sell Xboxes.
The more people that you have using your platform. I mean, like, if somebody has an Xbox and a PC and they sign up for it, and they're, you know, using your Xbox, but then, like, oh, their brother's using the Xbox, so then they go to play on the PC, they can technically say that's, you know, like, this many people are playing on PC. You know, when really that person mainly got it for Xbox and they decided to play it on his PC a little bit too.
Like, I'm trying to figure out if they're trying to drive more customers on the PC end, or if they're using PC players and driving customers on the console end, or kind of both, or what the big idea is.
I think it's both.
It might be one on the short term and a different one on the long term.
I think that this might be just part of Microsoft's push that they're doing right now to, like, make people like them again. By saying, hey, you want a Game Pass? Well, you can have it on Xbox and PC. Please use our products.
You can have it on Nintendo Switch.
Please buy Xboxes because we don't have good exclusives.
Hey.
They don't. PlayStation's got all the good. I was an Xbox guy my whole childhood. Okay, I've never had a PlayStation, but I recognize that they have better exclusives. That's just the way it is.
Yeah, it always has been.
Okay, moving on. We got to keep it moving here, James.
Keep it going here.
Unless people have something very important to say about. Oh, I got stuck in the chat. Got stuck way up there.
Is it
Halo? I know Halo. Yeah, I love Halo. Okay, Halo's
Obviously
great.
Halo.
But that's like one game series.
Halo and Forza are pretty much.
Forza.
That's all anyone talks
I
about.
do not play racing games, so that's not interesting to me.
I can feel there's a disturbance. Fans everywhere are crying out. You don't play racing games.
Okay. Both is good. All right, yes, both is good. Sorry, guys.
Yeah, I always loved that meme from years ago. It was like, console wars, when mommy can only afford one. Luckily, I'm a grown-up now.
Yeah, well, I don't have any consoles.
You say consoles.
Okay, what did you mean? How do you say it?
Console.
You say console.
Console.
Yeah, you're saying it like the advisor, like a console.
You're saying it like I console my friend.
I'm saying consoles.
It sounds like you're talking about.
It's the difference between consoles and consoles. I console you. I play a console.
It sounds like you're saying with shoes in Spanish.
Consoles.
I'm here with
No, that's consoles.
Soy aquí consoles. I know that shoes isn't souls in Spanish.
You're saying it wrong. I'm saying it right. How do you say milk?
I'm dropping a letter.
How do you say milk?
Milk.
Milk.
I drink a glass of milk and then I lay my head on my pillow.
Yeah, Pello. See,
And then I
say,
put the milk back in the fridge.
I say Pello.
My mom says
Hey
fridge.
guys, welcome to the grammar show, pronunciation show.
Brought to you by...
Brought to you by Quake 3
no,
Arena.
No, let's do this part.
Are we doing it now?
Yes.
We've only done 2 stories.
Look at the time, my friend.
You're a time.
Look at the time.
Brought to you by
Console.
Savage Jerky.
Hey, there's some Savage Jerky over there.
Oh my gosh!
You better eat some.
Look at this. Sriracha.
Sriracha bacon.
Oh, and there's you. You don't have the stuff up.
Nope. Go back to this. Sriracha bacon, I mean, it originates in Thailand. It's a series of consonants I can't pronounce properly, for sure.
Their jerky is made with the best ingredients, without nitrates or preservatives, with a goal to create a snack that is full of flavor and spice that isn't bad for you. Some spices are bad for you.
Nitrates.
Oh, I see what you're saying. They've got 13 different flavors of jerky, like sriracha bacon and maple buffalo bacon. They also make barbecue sauce, hot sauce, and
Oh no, what are you doing?
a spice rub. I'm opening it.
He's going for it.
Their Carolina Reaper hot sauce uses one of the hottest peppers in the world. Did
That
you know
puppy's
that?
hot.
Woo!
That puppy's hot.
Use
Ooh,
offer
I can
code
smell
LT.
that.
Use offer code LTT to save 10% on all their products.
I think this is gonna be a little hotter than he expects. You gotta eat it like a baby bird like that? No mouth noises, man.
Okay, sorry.
Rip headphone users.
All right, well that means you have to do the next one.
Okay.
Thanks, Savage Jerky. Love ya. Next up, private internet access.
Do I get to eat the private internet access?
Nope.
Okay.
I did that one.
Private internet access supports a variety of VPN protocols and types of encryption and authentication, allowing you to dial into the exact level of privacy protection that you need. There's apps for Windows, macOS, Android, iOS, Linus. This actually says Linus and not Linux. Is this a prank? There's an app for Linus, Linux, and Google Chrome with support for several other platforms coming soon. These guys are hustling. Connect up to 5 devices at the same time, which is important. In the world of ever-expanding device ownership, Internet of Things, you know how many devices are in my house? Dozens.
More than 5.
Well, my phone, her phone, my
Well,
PC.
Not more than 5 that you have to.
No, I don't need.
Be
I'm not going to
protected.
use a VPN on my Google Home. That's not going to. Yeah, 5 is a great number, and the apps include DNS leak protection and IPv6 leak protection. They also have this really neat feature that people love to have, and I like to say it. They have an internet kill switch.
Hit the kill switch!
The kill switch. Block the internet traffic. If the VPN becomes disconnected unexpectedly, you just smash it. You can check it out today at lmg.gg/PIA1.
Do it.
I think I've said this before, that PIA1 really looks like an island in the Philippines. Piawan.
Piawan.
It looks like that.
That sounds like a place I want to go to. And you know
finally-
where else I want to go to? Squarespace.com/WAN, because we use Squarespace, guys. No joke.
Who doesn't?
We actually use it. And both of our LinusMediaGroup.com and LTXExpo.com websites were built quickly using Squarespace. They
if
weren't
you
just
know-
built. They were built quickly.
And if you know us, you know they were built quickly and by Colton and with questionable writing on them.
So if you haven't heard already, Squarespace is an all-in-one platform that makes it easy to get your website up and running quickly. You can choose from tons of different templates, find the one that makes the most sense for you, and run with it. This is actually the times that I've used Squarespace. It's actually very easy to use.
I like the template that has
like
a
their
macro
templates.
shot of a burger.
Yeah.
You know?
I haven't seen that one.
It's in there.
But if you want it, if you need help, Squarespace offers webinars, full series of help guides, or you can contact their 24/7 support team to help you build your site. Head to squarespace.com/WAN and get 10% off today. Or what the heck are you doing?
I just saw Matthias carrying a pizza box in the garbage. I was like, kind of no, but also, yeah, that was in the fridge all week.
All right.
It's been 2 weeks actually.
2 weeks. Oh, wait, hold on. He's putting it in his car now.
Oh my
Matthias.
God. Matthias, what are you doing over there, buddy?
Iron Stomach Matthias, we call him.
Do you have anything to say about LTX?
It's going to be lit. It's going to be sweet.
It's gonna be a lot, dude.
I get to be the showrunner. We're going to have a stage with
Oh.
various panels.
Wow.
I don't
Am
think
I
I'm
on a-
allowed to roast people in
Am I-
between shows.
Am I on a panel?
I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. We don't know who's going to be on what panel yet.
I like that you guys agree on how to pronounce template. What do you say? Template.
Oh, this person likes template.
Someone says we were saying template wrong. Template?
A template or a template?
Sometimes I like to contemplate the different templates we use. And, okay, guys,
Yeah, it's not
robots. They're taking over. This is the next topic.
I love DeepMind.
You love them?
I love DeepMind. They're
Quake
awesome.
3 Arena. Nothing is safe anymore.
No, okay, so the context here, I'm sure a lot of our viewers know this. DeepMind is a subsidiary of Google. They make, primarily use machine learning to make AI. They are advancing AI via gaming because the world of gaming have these really discrete scenarios that you can control. You can control a number of variables. It's a lot simpler than trying to make an AI that can just live in the world on planet Earth like we can.
It's a good place.
So they started off with chess. They made several AI that just destroyed everything that ever had existed in chess in a short amount of time than any other robot had been able to do it. Then they advanced into the world of Go, a game that was hitherto unknown by many Westerners, but is huge in China, probably even bigger than chess is in the West. It's a more complex game than chess. Go, or AlphaGo, which is made by DeepMind, is the best system, living or silicon in the world that can play Go. Then they moved on to Starcraft, and they started smashing some pros at Starcraft in certain ways. It wasn't a completely fair fight, but it was still impressive. And now they're approaching the Holy Grail.
It's scary.
First-person shooters.
Because is this the first one that I don't know if this is scarier or not by virtue of it being in 3D, but is this the first one that like features an AI like controlling an avatar in 3D, like kind of moving around? Like Dota and Starcraft, you know, you can tell units to go places. From
DeepMind, I believe it is. I can't speak to whether or not there are other 3D game playing AI. I suspect there probably are. They're probably not as good as this one.
Like the regular AI in every shooter game. But this is different.
But those are programmed. They're not like...
Yeah, those aren't conscious like this one is.
They're running... Yeah, those are running scripts. They're not... They didn't teach themselves. Like, the way that DeepMind trains us is just...
Aren't we just running scripts, James? Oh no!
I wish we had a replica pistol that I could just cock and point at my. That would have been a great sound. For that.
But yeah.
So this machine just was taught the rule. It wasn't even taught the rules. It's put into the game space. It has some kind of prime directive like win points.
Really go back to the main cam.
Yeah, go to us
before I start scrolling like crazy. Sorry if that irritates anybody. Where I'm just like scrolling through the article.
This machine is playing against itself. Okay, it's learning the rules by playing against itself. It's learning strategies by playing against itself. It's playing against itself 200,000 times.
Yeah. That's crazy. I couldn't find something saying how long that took it to play 200,000 matches, because I know that with the Dota one, like it'll play like 1,000 matches in like
an afternoon.
10 minutes or something.
Yeah.
Like something ridiculous like that. So like when it had played 100,000 matches, it beat humans like okay, but then when it
would crush me after that.
By the time it doubled that match count, it was just like destroying everybody.
Yeah, so what they say is that it was beating, I think they were doing 2v2 and 2 humans.
Yeah, 2v2. 2 bots versus 2 humans. Humans got on average, they were playing capture the flag. They got on average 16 fewer
flags per game. Okay,
I guess they didn't have
How many flags do you need to win?
I guess they didn't have a cap on how many flags you can grab.
I've played Quake at LAN parties here with all of us, and I don't think anyone got like 16 or 20 points. It must have been like a timed game or something.
It seems like the purpose of this whole setup was not to have the bots win, but just to humiliate the human players.
Well, it's really cool how they did it. They did something called like an evolutionary or genetic approach to the training. So they have multiple like iterations of the machine. Like the game is populated only by different iterations of the machine.
Yeah.
It's not learning against human players. It's just all deep minds in there. And then whichever ones suck just get destroyed. Their code gets discarded. They mutate the remaining code, which makes it kind of
like
it's new, a random mutation, just like an
Yep.
evolution. And then if that is better, then it gets to stay. So when these machines first plop into the level, they first figured out the concept of I have a base. This is my base. Then through more playing, they figured
that out.
Yes.
This is my base.
Yes. And then,
I'm blue. It's blue.
And then they figured out there's another base. There's an opposing team's base. Then later they figured out it's advantageous to kill the other players. Like they have to go through the entire thing.
So they didn't tell them any of this.
No.
That is what is truly horrifying. Not not horrifying, like fascinating, but it's kind of like that sick fascination when you're watching a horror movie and like the bad guy is like eviscerating somebody in like a really unusual way, and you're like, what is he doing?
Do you know what eviscerating means?
Taking your organs out, isn't it?
Okay. I thought you do know. Okay. I thought in an interesting way. Like I thought you meant.
Well, you can just grab the organs, or you can be like, you can
draw a
you
dick
can do
butt
it
on there.
Anyways, it's that kind of horrible
You can't
fascination.
look away.
Yeah, where I'm just kind of like, they taught themselves and then they learned Shakespeare or something, or they wrote Shakespeare.
That was the difference between AlphaGo and AlphaZero. You mean Shakespeare's an AI? Is that what you're saying?
No, I mean like eventually, if you leave them in the Quake simulation for long enough, there's a whole civilization.
There's 100 monkeys typing on typewriters.
Yeah, eventually.
The difference between AlphaGo, which was the original chess playing one, and AlphaZero was with AlphaGo, they taught it the rules of chess. And they gave it matches, historical matches between pros. And it got to observe human players and then learn from there. With AlphaZero, they were just like, play yourself. And it just figured out the game.
And then at the end they say,
and it sounds like this
congratulations, you played yourself.
We're all losers
I've
here.
learned how to do puns while working here. Oh, you don't have more things.
No, that's all I had time to put in today.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we can keep talking. But there's more topics at the bottom, so I figured we can lean on those, which is where we are now. No, but there's more.
That's an interesting question. Then how will this affect game design? Because
well, let's not get there yet. Let's go to the previous question, which is how I think leads into the second question.
How will human players use AI?
Yeah, because think about when there became AI for chess. Like you can play just against the computer when you're playing chess. I think a lot of people do that. A lot of people train that way. A lot of beginners do it too. Mm-hmm. You don't have anyone to play with, right? What's it going to be like when, let's say it's Starcraft. You're playing Starcraft, and the best Starcraft player is the AI. Like, this machine learns strategies, right?
Yeah.
And you would think that it would kind of converge on an optimal strategy. And then so if the pros are training by playing AI and not training by playing humans, then the pros are going to mimic what the AI does. And then all the humans are going to be trying to play like the AI. And then that kind of makes you think, okay, does that mean that the AI has found the best strategy for that game? Like, for example, if you're talking about a game like StarCraft where there's myriad strategies you could go Broodlords, or you could go hard roaches or whatever if you're a Zerg player.
James used to play StarCraft.
This one will be like, okay, every single time this is the build you should do.
Yeah.
And if your game is like that, where there's only one, like the meta is limited, this is the way to play.
Well, I feel
is that a worse game than a game where like actually there are multiple ways you can go and it's always interesting? And is that going to impact game design going forward?
Well, I feel like in games already, in professional games, if a situation arises in which a certain meta is always being used by everybody all the time, then that is an indication to the developers that they need to like nerf or buff something.
It's
imbalanced.
Yeah. See, I'm dropping. I used to game. I know some games, all you haters.
Yeah, so like I feel like that's a problem regardless of whether there's AI or not in the system, you know? Like if everyone starts using one strategy, that means that game needs to change, or it's not a good game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In games generally, that's called the size of the book. So the reason that chess is a more interesting game than checkers is because it has a bigger book. If you go to a checkers tournament and the two
Same
pros...
size board, though.
Yeah. If the pros in a tournament play like 42 games in a row, 39 of them will be a draw. And they're playing the exact same game every time because there's no opportunity to go out of book, because there's just not that many combinations of moves that make sense to make. But in chess and Go, as you've heard, people like to say these things like there's more chess combinations than there are atoms in the universe and stuff like that. And it's true, and that makes it more interesting games because once you get like 100 moves into the game, you can be out of book. You can be into all new territory.
This is now we have AIs now that can go off book. You know, that was an example in chess where like one of the AIs started using strategies that like no one had really seen before.
Totally novel.
Yeah. So are we going to get to a point where people don't even want to see humans play each other in these games because it's not as interesting?
Well,
because I wouldn't want to see, like, I wouldn't be interested in seeing, like, well, maybe I would, actually. I was going to say I wouldn't be interested in seeing robot, like, basketball players or something. But, like,
I disagree that it's less interesting.
I think I would want to see that.
I disagree that it's less interesting, and here's why. When this Quake machine plays,
Yep.
okay, it maybe developed a really great strategy, but how good is it at aiming? It is as good as they program it to be at aiming.
That's a good
point. The point of, like, the beauty of a really good pro-human player is that this person has awesome reflexes. This person can just click on heads all day, whereas with the machine, they're just gonna say, your like reticle is this big. The probability of you getting a headshot is X. And that's just set, and that's going to have to be set between all the different machines that play each other.
See, now, this is what the study says about the abilities of the AI versus the humans. At close range, the AI excelled in combat, but humans were better snipers.
But that's tweakable.
It is tweakable, but that's because its reaction time was half of that of a human's, and in part because its accuracy was 80% compared to the human's 50%.
But this is only in this iteration of the game. They
That's
could
true.
change its accuracy, they could change its reaction time and everything, right? Whereas with humans, you have what you're born with or whatever stimulant you can put in your body that day. That's what you've got, right? And that's why it's interesting.
Well, and this is the funny thing about any of this kind of like AI stuff is that like they're beating humans, but usually the AI always has some sort of advantage. Like in that Dota 2, when we reported on, or was it Dota 2? It was Starcraft.
Yeah.
In the Starcraft story, when OpenAI, oh no, it wasn't OpenAI.
No,
Was that DeepMind?
It's DeepMind. So what you're talking about is it had full map knowledge.
Initially, it had full map knowledge, and then they took it away, and it did way worse.
Yeah.
But
it didn't have
that's the
full map
question.
knowledge. It had fog of war. There were areas that were unexplored on the map that it could not see.
Yes.
However, it didn't have a viewport like a human does,
Right.
who has to pan around. It had vision of the whole map at once, which is totally not fair.
And I don't like that.
So this is why I don't think that human play is going to be less interesting, and we're just going to watch a tournament of robots. That doesn't really make any sense.
Oh, dude. Let's talk about the dual screen laptops.
Okay. Bring it on.
Do you have anything else to say
I
about
watched Linus's video
AI
on it.
stuff?
No, I think we pretty much covered it. It's an interesting topic. Do you know?
Because I think that's super interesting. Because laptops have been completely stagnant in terms of design for so long. Intel came out and was like, Project Athena, it's just as good as Ultrabooks. It's another design initiative. Look, it's gonna be really good. But it didn't really get me excited.
Which one was that?
Project Athena?
Yeah.
That's just like another kind of program that they're doing where they have a certain set of requirements for laptops to hit. Like the Ultrabook program was started by Intel. They're like, hey, laptops are big and chunky. We want to make them thin. So now what you think of as an Ultrabook, a really thin and light laptop, that's because Intel kind of made a push in the industry to get manufacturers to start doing that. So Project Athena is kind of like the same thing, but in terms of like performance and cooling capacity and that kind of stuff. Power efficiency, I don't know.
Okay.
I haven't actually seen the requirements, but that's what I know about it. So that was like, they announced it, and it was almost like they were putting that up just to get people excited about it, like just to have something to say, because AMD was like, oh, we have all these things going on, and Intel was like, we're cool too still. They're like 7 nanometer. They're like, we're cool.
I wish people actually talk like that. Like you go to the AMD keynote. And
we're cool.
I wish people actually talk like that. Like you go to the AMD keynote and they're like, hey, welcome to the AMD keynote. Thank you all for coming.
Yeah, thanks for coming. We got a lot of cool stuff to say. I guess.
Why is he talking like that?
What's wrong with him?
Okay. So there's a few things. I don't know. Maybe
just
not
gonna
everyone has
search it.
seen this video, but
ZenBook Pro Duo.
you gonna show us? I was just gonna hold up this
no, that's not
laptop
what it
and
is.
describe what it looks like.
No, what's it called? It's
Okay, it looks like this. You got a laptop, right? Okay, you keep searching, Riley.
I don't know what it's called. Oh, Honeycomb
It's Asus.
Glacier is what it's
What
called.
the heck?
That was Intel's. Asus's is the ScreenPad Pro Duo.
Yeah.
That just looks like this, but it's got a screen here. Have you not seen it?
Yeah, I watched the video. I said.
No, I think that's about the other one.
What are you talking about?
What are you talking
Oh
about,
my-
buddy?
Show
Listen
us.
here, dude.
Get us up to speed. Put that up. Put that up for
There's
everyone.
things in the way.
Oh, this one with like it has hinges, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is weird.
Linus screen. Boom. Okay, look at this.
Do not allow. Get out of here.
You're not allowed.
Make that bigger.
If you guys haven't seen this, you didn't watch. This is what you reported on Wednesday on TechLink.
I know, but I can't see the
You
pictures.
didn't see the picture.
I just read the script.
So like, when it's folded and when it's just in normal mode like that,
That's basically what the Asus one looks like.
yeah. But see that little hinge there? See this little doohickey?
Yeah, I see
You
it.
can bend that and have it kind of stand up.
Oh, and it has like a little Microsoft Surface type kickstand at the back.
It's
that can
cool.
support its weight.
Yeah.
Wow.
See?
Okay, if that ever wears out and gets loose, you're screwed.
Yeah.
Maybe-
It's another hinge.
wait,
It's another thing to break.
Do you think there's a little vertically standing stick behind it, like a like a post that's
Oh,
here?
maybe.
Like,
I actually haven't
it's
seen
right
it all the way
there.
around. I haven't.
like the kickstand comes like this, and then there's another one you slide up. Like
yeah,
that.
that's a lot of moving parts.
Yeah, that would be jank.
But I think seeing this is just like, as someone, you do this too. We keep on top of all the changes in design and like iterations that people do to normal designs. And this is one of the things that it's one of the first things I've seen in a while that I'm kind of like, oh, that's okay.
Yeah, I don't hate it.
Because the dual screen thing without that extra hinge, I don't really get it. Because I'm like,
Show us that one. Well, I guess you can imagine. It basically doesn't
Well, it-
stand up
it looks like
that.
this.
It looks like that.
so Asus has a laptop that's like this. But I mean, I guess that makes sense if you're like hunching over your laptop, but that's not very ergonomic, James.
Linus said it was really cool.
No,
and
I
he
know.
used it,
I
right?
watched that video where he was like into it, and I think I said on my tech link that I'm like, I can't really trust him because it doesn't look that cool to me.
I don't think it's that unergonomic because if I sit like this, like I am now, sometimes when I'm typing something complex, for some reason I have to stare at the keyboard. Not because I'm looking where I'm typing. Just I don't know. I can't look at the screen. I have to just.
But what's
And
better?
if I do that, my neck is completely aligned, and I'm looking basically at the hinge area of the laptop, and that's where that screen's going to be. And Linus, he was talking about putting your document actually at the bottom and
Yeah.
having your other tertiary little supporting
Yeah.
screens up there.
And I can dig that, but I'm just saying that like, from an ergonomic perspective, would I rather have that or would I rather have this?
Well, this is more options.
yeah,
it's
well,
both.
it's better.
The question is how much more is it going to cost?
Probably more.
How much? Okay.
Well, I don't know. This
How
is
much
just a
more would you like to
prototype.
pay? How much more would you pay if
I don't wanna-
they're the same except for that has
I
that?
don't want to pay anything.
$200?
I just want to have it appear. How much would you pay for this?
I didn't say that. I said how much more would you pay?
Well, I don't know. I need to know what the base price point is.
Okay, so you're okay. Presumably these are going to be like $2,000 at least.
I should hope so.
I mean, there's more screen. Okay, one thing I like about both of these is because there's a screen above the keyboard, it pushes your keyboard down closer to the rim of your.
Yeah. You like
your
that?
lap-
A lot of people don't like that.
I guess you lose a wrist rest.
You lose the rest, and a bunch of these laptops that are coming out with this new kind of push-down keyboard are coming with wrist rests. So then you have
mean,
another thing to bring around in your bag.
You're
with
not going to bring it around with you.
You. You're not.
I'm not. What if they just had a little thing that slides out and a very thin slides out, tilts down, put your wrist on there. I don't hate the touchpad on the right. I don't hate that. I like that.
A lot of people don't like that. But it doesn't make any sense to me because why you want to move your hand further to the center?
What do you mean? You mean what are you talking
Some
about?
people don't like the touchpad being on the right.
Going like that?
Yeah. And I don't know why they don't like it.
Neither do I.
What else we got? Is there anything?
Do you think that the
So
do you-
we're
do
in
you
agreement.
know- do you know with this one, this design that you do like with the hinge, do you know if it's binary or if it's like continuous? Can I stand it and stop it at any point along the way, or is it's either here or it's here?
Well, I haven't seen really any views of the back. So
They're all stills, right? Have you seen a video?
let's go back. Let's see. I'm gonna get away from them. Yeah,
He's gonna do some stuff here.
I'm gonna go I'm hacking, guys.
And also, I wonder, the part that stands up, that has the screen in it, what's the internals there? Is it super light and it's only screen?
Yeah. Look at this. Look at this.
Like the back of a
so
laptop?
look at this one.
It doesn't look like there's any RAM or battery
so
or
there's
storage
not really
in there.
like a kickstand, I think, because if you look at this one,
Yeah, those are different configurations.
yeah, but I don't think there's like you were saying.
There's a piece of clear acrylic right there.
what? Where?
I'm just joking.
Okay.
Just holding it up,
Jeez
there's just a
Louise.
square.
No, it looks like that's just kind of you can do whatever you want with
Wow,
it. See, this
look
is
at
really
that.
cool. I saw somebody on Twitter, I think, saying that like eventually laptops will have like just keep adding screens, so it'll just like go around you all the way.
What is this, though? Is that chin bar? Or is that just because they're watching YouTube or something?
chin bar.
Like, that's dead space.
It's dead space.
Because on the Asus
that
one,
irritates me.
it looks like the screens are almost abutting each other. Does it not?
Abutting? Is that like imba?
Is that not a word? They're adjacent.
No, I'm not challenging you. I'm asking you what abutting. Abutting?
A, B, U, and then abut.
TT?
DD, abutting. No, T's.
Abetting?
What? No, that's a different word.
Aiding and abutting.
This is not the grammar show. This is the third time we've gotten into wording.
Oh man, you really boil my gears sometimes, James.
You really grind my eggs. What was the boil?
What is abutting? Let's look
Oh
it up.
my goodness.
Let's look it
Put
up.
a butt
I'm
and then hit images.
just gonna search.
It's
abut.
one word.
Abutting. Like that?
A butt. Garund.
Be next to or have a common boundary with. Well, we learned something on the WAN show today.
Don't say we, say I.
We all did. I'm saying we,
Okay.
the audience.
Except for the people in the
There's
audience.
no way anyone else knew what that word was, and I
Come,
did.
it's not that obscure.
Abutting is a thing.
Yep.
Is that because the cheeks are next to each other?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like
A
to
butting.
make it like a butt.
Yeah,
To make
to
make as a butt.
To be butt-like.
Yes.
It's to be a
that's
butt.
That's the etymology. French. Origin. How much longer do we have
Guys,
to do this
Linus
for?
will be back next week.
Yeah,
Okay,
it's
that's
been a
enough of that.
stressful week. He's been in Taiwan doing Computech stuff all week.
Yeah.
We barely made it. We're down on the wire.
We made it, though.
We filmed our last video.
Yeah, we filmed a bunch of videos without him.
Yeah.
He's
we
going
filmed
to come back
4.
and be like, what the heck?
One of those videos got shot moments before this WAN show. It was stressful, you guys.
Ooh.
But we did it.
We did it.
We're a group of friends who can band together and accomplish goals.
Yeah. It sounds like this is, we're ending it.
Sounds like just because the way we're talking.
Yeah, we're just not talking about anything important.
What if we went for another 5 hours?
we
but
could. Who would stop us?
We just kept talking like in these conclusion type tones the whole time.
And so at the end of the day, I guess, what's the next topic?
Do you want to do one more? Oh, super chats. Let's just do super chats.
Super
Those are
chats.
fun. Hey, there's one.
How do you get there? I never do this.
They
At the bottom.
there's a bunch. Just pick them.
Louis, do we say the names? Louis Gomez
Yeah.
says, you love turtles. Hey, me too, buddy.
I like turtles.
Thanks for the super chat. Drake Simmons is missing LTX this year. A mistake? Can Riley promise me a high five next year for missing this one?
He's gonna.
Drake?
Drake.
That's 100%, my dude. I will high five you.
He's at a Raptors game. He can't come.
Say hi to
This is
Steph
gonna
Curry
be a
for
great
me.
one. You should really come to this one. But I guess if you can't, then you're gonna.
Yeah.
Miss that
This
vibe.
year is going to be awesome. Ben Maitland, I've read the original paper. The AI learns to aim. Okay. All right.
Oh,
so-
learns to aim.
Yeah.
Oh, so it just didn't get good enough.
Yeah. Thanks, Ben. BM says hi. What's up, dude? Love you.
Ah, it learns to aim, but can't it just? It'll just be perfect eventually because there's no disconnect. Like, for me, the difference between I don't want to get into this, but the difference between games and sports.
Don't get me started.
The difference in games and sports
yeah.
is that in a sport, you have something, in a game, you have something you want to do and you can just do it. Like in chess, I want to move my knight to e4, I can just do that.
Right.
But in football, I want to throw the ball
That depends.
to a grid space on the field, and even though I want it to go there, my body says, nope, it's not quite going there.
Yeah, and
you
your mind says yes, but your body says no.
Yeah, you can't always execute what you want, but the machine will always be able to execute what it wants, so therefore it's less of a sport. I'm not saying esports are sports, I'm not saying they're not, but there's obviously a human element where I try to aim somewhere and I don't click on your head.
To even it out, we need to put the AI into a robot body and then make it play the computer game with robot fingers.
Yeah, not even that. You would need to throw in randomness.
Well, there is randomness in physical, anything in a physical world, there's more randomness than digital. I don't know what
haven't you seen Aliens when that android takes the knife and goes...
I actually haven't seen Aliens.
Go back to the super chats.
Bargava Chapakatla. I'm really sorry for butchering your name.
You chopped his name apart.
Riley looks like the guy in Oh My God meme. What meme is that? I don't know what meme that is.
Oh my God.
But thank you.
Are you guys supposed to be that low?
Are you supposed to
Too
be that
late
low?
for that, Ed.
We're playing Limbo.
I'm really good at Limbo.
Evgeny Vaughn gave us... What is that?
Rubies? Russian?
Russian?
Are those rubies?
Rubles?
Rubles. Rupees?
Question to the guy with LG...
Rubies? He gave us gems.
Hey, he's asking you a question. Question to the guy with LG Gram laptop. Do Gram have an advanced UEFI BIOS settings like use custom PK KEK, etc.?
Are you trying to embarrass me?
Yeah, I know you don't know the answer to that, and I don't either. So
I don't know the answer to that.
Well, you do?
No, I don't.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's an Alex question.
Thank you,
that might even be an Anthony
people.
question.
There's no messages.
Oh, thanks for the no message money.
Jaya Dragon, Jacob Leeson. Hi, what's up, dude?
What's
Dominic
up?
Robert, Linus and Luke 2.0. Oh, that's what I say. Jacob Leeson, love your channel. Again, Ryan Nambu, your doc is showing. Yes, I know. I'm sorry. Because my doc was showing.
Are we docking?
Not right now.
Oh, the doc. I thought you meant the...
James, tell Linus, butt knuckle. He will understand.
He would understand.
Somebody gave us $5 and then retracted their message.
I thought you were going to say they took it back.
The gene thing is a metal rivet to hold it together. Did you know that? You didn't, did you? And do your research next time, buddy. That's from Zachary Lowe.
I'll look into that, Zach.
I can promise he'll hold you accountable for that. Paige Davis gave us $1. Thanks so much. Simo, foldable screens are useless with plastic screens. That's a bold statement. Can you back it
They're
up?
useless with plastic screens. Why are
If
they
you put a
more
screen protector on it?
Why are they more useful? I think he means they're unappealing. Surely they couldn't be more functional if they were glass instead of plastic.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I think that they'll figure out how to do a good screen protector.
Send me a tweet.
Yeah,
I don't know what
Simo,
you're talking
tweet
about.
James. 225 perfect. The Costanza phone.
Oh yeah, just
Because he's got that giant wallet.
a thick
That's a good
hip
one.
adjusting phone.
Robert Mail. I scroll when? What does that mean? I scroll? Am I supposed to know what that means? You're a Mac guy. Do you know what that means?
I don't follow Bobby.
I scroll? Sorry.
I think maybe it's a potential device name for a foldable iPhone that's just so long. I don't know.
You gotta scroll. 225 perfect also again says, is this a thing anyone has asked for? The foldable phone, I guess?
Well, maybe he was talking about AI FPS.
I'm not reading
Give
that
me one
'cause
more
it's-
good one.
One more good super chat.
The best. Take your time.
Okay, well,
Be choosy.
Ryan gave us a buck, and BGlad09 says, nice.
Nice.
Nice, dude.
Well,
Sick. Hey, check out our new dank merch on the LTT store. Love it so much.
look at this abstract form.
Whoa. Is this a processor or what?
Is that an ancient type of weave? Is that a pattern from the Americas or
A processor.
a processor?
I already
both.
ruined it.
Well,
Okay.
it depends on the knowledge you come at it with.
Do you play the intro again when you end it?
Yeah.
Well, I love you so much.
Bye-bye.
See you later. That's not
Come on, man.
what you
Don't
do.
embarrass me.
I'm gonna press this one. Boom.
Is it over?
It didn't do it.
Come on, Ryan.
Boom.
Make sure you hit stop streaming this time.
What do you do? And then you do this again?
Yeah. Do the Squarespace stuff again.
You're not on camera, dude. I'm so sorry. Jake says he loves you all. Everyone says how much they love Jake.
Put up the sponsors. They're supposed to fill that white space.
Sir Savage Jerky.
Savage.
Be a savage. Have some jerky. Private internet access. Love them so much. They protect us. And Squarespace makes your digital life so much more beautiful. Love you so much.
You keep saying that.
See you later.
Stop it.
Do I stop?
Stop.